In this video, we will discuss about something that is important to increase our revenue. We always assume that the demand is something that is uncontrollable, but price actually can control the demand. So in this video, we will learn about how we can manage the price so we will get better or more revenue. Let's see about that.
In this video, we will discuss about one important strategy in getting more revenue by managing the price. We call this strategy is revenue management. Most business models assume that company charge all customers the same price for a product or services. In fact, many companies charging different price for the same product or services for different customer. The idea is to match capacity and demand by changing different process based on the customer willingness to pay. The technique for multiple price point is called revenue management. Revenue or yield management is the aggregate planning process of allocating the company's scarce resources to customer at price that will maximize the revenue. Just like in the airline business, if it looks like the demand for expensive seats was low, more discount seats were offered. Oppositely, if demand for full fare seat was high, the number of discounted seats was reduced. In general, the company that have perishable inventory such as airline, hotel, cruise line, etc. have the following share characteristics that made revenue management work, such as number 1, service or product can be sold in advance of consumption. Second, demand fluctuates over the time. The third one, the capacity is, we can say it, or relatively fixed over the time. Number 4, demand is segmented. 5, the variable costs are low and fixed costs are high. Consider the hotel business that has fixed price of per room or price charge per room in this case is fixed at number 150 per room and variable cost is 15 per room. Here, based on this demand curve meaning that the higher the price is, the lower the sales of the room. So based on this cost structure, we can calculate the total contribution, which is equal to 150 minus the price for the room minus by 15 here in this case, and then multiply by 50. So here we have this number 6,750. So this is the total contribution based on this price. So that is, this contribution is equal to this area, the red one area in this case. As we see in here from this triangle, we see that there is an opportunity to fill out this area and also this area. There is a segment of the customer where they are willing to pay higher price, and also there are a segment of the customer that number is a lot actually, the number is a lot or high, and they're willing to pay low price such as backpacker and so on. So this case is mostly for a business, and this case usually for the traveling or the tourism. So this is the potential customer, axis that we call it the above one, that is, we call it, this is pass up contribution, and this is the lower one, we call it money left on the table. Consider we implement two type of price, which is price number 1 is 100 and price number 2 is 200. For example, price 200 if they book or the customer book in advance, and 200 is for the business where they usually book a day before or 3 days before, yeah, close to the day when they will arrive to the hotel. Sorry. Based on this price structure, we can calculate the total dollar contribution, yeah, the total financial contribution, which is with the price of 200, we will get the sales of 30 room, and 100, we will have the opportunity to sell the 60 room. So the total contribution is the first price multiplied by 30 room, and the second price multiplied by 30 room. So 100 minus 15 multiplied by 30, and then 200 minus again 15, the variable cost, multiplied by 30. So in total, we will have 8,100, which is much higher. Then we implement the fixed price of 150. As we can see in here, this is the yield management of revenue management metric. We divided the kind of business based on the price and duration of use. The duration of use, this one, yeah, there are two types, which is tend to be uncertain and this is tend to be predicted, while the price in here is tend to be fixed and tend to be variable. When we see in here, yeah, the duration of use that is predictable and the price is fixed, the example is movie. This is placed in the first quadrant. And then when the duration is predictable and the price is variable, this is hotel, airline that we used in the example before. And when the demand of the duration of use is uncertain and the price is fixed, it is easy. We can find out this is the case of the restaurant. And then the 4, this is quite a complex one. Duration of use is uncertain, but the price is also variable. This is the care of the hospital. How we can make the yield management works? The company in this case have to manage the 3 issues. Number 1 issues is multiple pricing structure must be feasible and appear logical to the customer. Otherwise, the customer refuse the price structure. Second is forecast of the use and duration of the use. This is surely needing the pattern that is acquired from historical data. The third one, changes in demand that mean managing the increased use as more capacity is sold, or dealing with the issues that occur because the pricing structure may not seem logical and fair to all customers. Our discussion on revenue management closed the topic of aggregate planning. Thank you so much for learning and studying with me in this video. See you again in the next topic. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me in Learning Operation Management. See you again in the next video.